Bro, Discord is our core audience right now, all right?
Not after this episode.
Now recording.
All right, second episode of Now Recording with me, Matt Pitt. I have one leg, Toxic Piplup. He has one eye, and Beavers, he has half a brain, and he's from South Africa. Welcome to Now Recording.
I just want to say thank you to Beavers for spreading monkeypox all around the planet.
Did that come from South Africa?
No,
it came from Africa.
He's just spreading hate. And he's racist.
I bless the monkeypox down in Africa.
That's gay. Cut that.
All right, so we got
just cut that.
we got an interesting episode. Discord drama, right? A lot of Discord drama. A full packed day yesterday of just one issue after another issue after another issue after another issue. Some fun, some annoying, but you know, shit happens. But we have some special guests, people that were a part of some of the drama. We're gonna bring them in. We're gonna talk to them. So I'm gonna let this guy know right now so he can come in. Creed, what's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What's up, man?
Oh, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, this is Creed. He's a part of our Discord. You might know him from the guy who got verbally slapped down, obliterated, just shat on, just stomped on, just thrown into a
literally
building,
reduced to atoms,
and locked away by Mr. Tommy C on Shot from the Point. Creed, why don't you start from the beginning? All right, so you're watching the show, you're watching Shot from the Point. What's your viewpoint? Like, what's going on? What made you kind of like go into the chat?
I thought it was mostly because we were talking about mostly Critical's point.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's it. And I thought, and because I was listening to AC, and AC was making a point that I kind of disagree with. Video games, like, because Critical was doing video games for trending topics. That didn't set well with me because I thought that was a bad argument compared to him actually covering the Ethan versus Keemstar nukes, him going into actual drama for other things, and him doing the Crater Clash. Like, that's a better argument. And also, when I was typing it, I was talking about Critical's point when he was talking about, hey, when you make too many videos on this person to the point that people are doxing them, that was the point I was talking about. Like, oh, that's what he said, and I thought Tommy was, what was it? Was going to yell at me for accusing Dumpy of doxing. In my mind, I was like, that's literally my first words on the video. If you record the video back, that's literally my first words.
Well, I mean, I remember reading what you said in chat, and I can't remember word for word what you said, but you said like, I've never seen three guys miss the point so bad, or something.
Yeah,
like
that's what. I said that. Yeah, I said that.
So basically, what you're saying is your mistake was you were coming from the point of view of Moist Critical because you've seen the whole stream.
Yeah.
We were coming from the point of view of Dumpy. We were covering Dumpy's point of view.
Yes, we were in two different spaces, and I was an idiot for doing that.
Well, I don't know how you can say three guys missed the point when the show is called Shot from the Point. Like, they're already on the point. So like,
we're on the point, dude. I'm behind the glass, man.
You're both so gay.
What?
You got to give it to that. That was a good one. Come on.
Yeah. So you come in there, and you know, it starts kind of calm at first, and you're kind of not really. You start to agitate Tommy, and it kind of just turns into a fucking clusterfuck, right?
Yeah, it turns into a screaming match.
Yeah.
And that was my fault. Again, I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, yeah, Tommy was in the wrong. He should have been. No, it was me. I was annoyed that day, and I fucking thought he was shouting at me first, and I'm like, fuck. When I look back at it, I'm like, God damn it, you fucking idiot. This is why you get nuked. This is why you get made fun of. When Tommy talks, I actually cannot hear him. For some reason, my headphones, he will cut in and out for some odd reason. And that's when I was talking to him about
like no matter what.
Blessed.
No matter what, when he's speaking normally or anything, he will always cut in and out for me, and I don't know why. I think it might be my shitty headphones. I might have to get a new pair.
Okay, well, I just know that Tommy had fun. That was a fun show. I'll be honest with you, Creed. From the beginning of the show, it was kind of looking like a very kind of like kind of show. You came in, and you turned it around, and we thank you for it because it was a lot of fun. You got shat on, you took it, we had fun, we made some jokes, and I think Tommy respects you for being able to take it and not bitch out and be like, they made fun of me.
Oh no, that's no. I'm never gonna cry bully. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And when I saw the chat where people were like defending me, I immediately disavowed that because I never asked him.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I just want to keep on the timeline.
Okay. Okay.
So you get shat on, you get blown up, and then we go the next day, and you kind of double down in the YouTube comments, right?
Yeah, that's my fault. I should have made that clear. I was about to put an edit, and then I would just like, fuck, I'm going to sleep because I did not sleep all that day. That was my fault for being an idiot. I should have done that.
Right.
Again, my fault.
So you basically Tommy saw that and he got a little irritated again because it's like we just talked to you about this, and then now you're kind of like doubling down again.
Oh, of course. That's Credo for you.
So we had Dead on Dave on, and we had Jeff on. So Tommy was like, all right, I want to show, after we get done with all the gay stuff with Salvo, I want to show you this clip right here, and we're going to watch this and laugh at it, and then we're going to talk about the double down. And so that's what we did. We brought you back up, and as we're talking about it, we just started seeing people in chat like, wait, why are you doing this again? Why are you covering Creed again? And then someone's like, this is irresponsible.
I was doubling down. What do you fucking expect? I get shot for the point.
Why'd you do this?
Shot for the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just like they were saying it's irresponsible, and then the stream goes down for like 2 minutes because we he had a camera error or something.
That's not what happened.
Yeah.
Someone fucking sabotaged the stream trying to defend me. I disavow.
Was it you, Creed? Was it you? Did you pull the plug, Creed?
Oh no, it wasn't me. I'm too stupid for that.
I was gonna say, Creed, like when you want to post hate comments, and this is like just from my personal experience, just use alt accounts. That's what I do.
That's so gay, though. Yeah. That's so fucking gay. What?
Yeah.
When you tell somebody to kill themselves, you don't want them to be able to trace it back to you.
I do.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I want to make sure they know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So, basically, what do you say about the people that are like, "Oh, that's irresponsible. Why are you going after Creed like this?"
I have no idea why they did that. I honestly have no idea because, honest to God, I didn't think I was that popular. I'm literally just a random retard on the internet and a random Sperg to all of you. I have no idea how I did that. If I could tell you, I would have told you.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I felt like I would not bring you in if you're like feeling, or like if you were actually hurt by this or some shit like that. I feel like, but I felt like you took it on the chin, and I felt like you were comfortable with us talking about it again because you doubled down. So for people to like be offended for you is kind of ridiculous, you know?
Kind of gay, honestly.
Yeah, that's something I never get it, because like if the person who it was like directed at wasn't offended, why are you like offended for them? Because they don't care, so why should you?
Can I say something about that?
Go for it.
Yeah. I think fact that people they take internet shit a little bit too much, and they want to play like the good guy. They want to be like the good person. Oh Jesus! I want to be like, okay, I'm good.
Keep that in.
And they want to defend this person. Like, this guy seems like he was cool to me one time, so I'm going to defend him. I'm going to die in this hill. No, I can't do that, because if I see someone fuck up, I'm going to be like Tommy. I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. You deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I applaud you for, being, just being part of the fun, man. I feel like anytime you ever have an issue with Tommy on the stream, just hit me up. I'll give you that guest vote, because I know you have the Android glitch. Like, if you ever want to argue with Tommy or come in and like you got issues with Tommy, dude, that's what I'm looking for, man. I'm looking for some quality content from the audience, man. I'm looking for some.
But it has to be natural. It has to be natural for me. It has to come from the diaphragm. I just gotta come out like angry.
Yeah, exactly. And here's my thing. All right, the people that had issues with you being talked about again, why can't they call in? Why can't they come in?
See, that's exactly. I was literally about to fucking say that. Can we talk about like the stuff in the Discord, like the panels and stuff? Because when we have those panels,
go for it.
Right.
People will talk shit in the chat and not raise their hand. Like when Stardust come up, I want to say, yo, all the people who are talking to chat, please raise your fucking hand. She's here. Go talk to her. Go do it. Like that's the stuff that kind of annoys me. Don't fucking sit there behind a screen or behind a text and fucking say some dumb shit. Go in there, curse the motherfucker out, say their like every bad thing in the book, and then fuck off. There you go.
Yeah, the exact same thing happened when Tipster came on. Like everyone who was like hating on him and giving him shit, like they just didn't come on.
Right.
It was like maybe 2 people. And then by the end of it, it was just like
I'm not gonna get into that because there is a reason for that.
Let's not get off let's not get into a fucking Tipster tirade right now.
But I don't know Tipster tirade.
All I'm saying is like, look, they had 2 chances to bring it up, right? 2 chances. They could come on stream and look, fair enough. You don't want to get shat on by Tommy in front of like 300 people or 200 people. Fair enough.
Can I respond to that real quick? Like for that, but that day on Sundays, my family comes over. My 1-year-old niece that I barely get to see, maybe once a week, came over. I was like, "Fuck internet! I'm gonna hang out with my little niece." She's literally my first niece. And I just rather hang out with her.
Right.
So like that took higher priority than just people making fun of me on the internet that never gonna see me ever.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, like, for the people that were complaining about you in the chat, like, you had 2 chances to come in, 2 chances, and I get that you didn't want to come on to sharpen the point and get screamed at or yelled at, whatever. But again, like, I don't think you should take it personally, and I think you should come on and get yelled at and get screamed at. That's what sharpen the point is about. Get yelled at, get screamed at.
Dude, it's like it sucks that Tommy, because Tommy has to like explain, like, hey, I play a character, right? It's like people like literally they take too much to heart. And I used to be that. I used to be like that when I was a little kid, when I first played Xbox online. I thought people were my friends. I learned real quick to differentiate from fucking like internet and all that shit. I learned real quick. Fucking always getting shit talking, all this bad shit.
I just imagine
the little tree.
Little tree getting fucking scammed out of everything he has.
Oh, I was poor. I was poor. That was the thing. I was poor as shit, so I couldn't afford anything.
Are you one of those kids who tried to find the
N-word?
Dude, I did actually. I got called the N-word one time. Like it was shocking to me.
Were you one of those kids who like tried to get the free Xbox Live codes off the like random websites? Because I know I never
had a computer to actually do that. I usually just paid for it. I went to GameStop. Remember the card you used to buy for Xbox Live? I would buy that, do the little scratch code, and fucking put that shit in. And now when I'm an adult,
I don't know if that was on. I don't know if it was on PS4 or Xbox 360. I think it was PS4. There used to be this Japanese like game.
Yeah.
And if you went and you entered everything incorrectly on the Japanese game, you would get 14 days free. PS4, PlayStation Plus, right?
Was it an anime game?
Yeah, it was like an anime game.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about it. That's a sin around here. We don't talk about it.
Bro, I did that and I got like a year of free PS Plus. Like,
okay, I was a
kid. Well, actually, no, I wasn't a kid grinding. I was just a stingy Jew.
Right. All right. Okay. So again, after the show, we go on stage, right, at a post show. So I'm thinking, okay, if they got issues, they'll come on the post show and talk about it. No hands raised.
No one went on.
No one went on.
I had to go in there and explain it.
Yeah. So it's like the issue is like, look, my thing is this, all right? You can come on and air your grievances and let's get it over with now. Or you can like back off, be in voice chats, be passive aggressive.
And shut the fuck up.
And no. Then that shit stirs up and stirs up and stirs up. And the next thing you know, like there's another situation, then it becomes a full blow up, and then it turns into way worse than it should have been. Like let's get it over. Like anyone who has issues with Tommy should come on and be comfortable enough to come on and air their grievances, make their criticisms. And if Tommy has issues with it, he's gonna let you know. So if you're gonna bitch about it in chat, and Tommy sees it in chat and he says something, that's just what's gonna happen. If you got issues with it, come on the show. Make some
100%. 100%. Dude, I like, for me, like, personally, when I take a joke, I'm like, dude, just get it over with. Just fucking just do it. I just want to, it's like a Band-Aid. Just rip it off real quick. Just get it over with.
Yeah. And I applaud you for that, Creed.
Okay, Oz. Like, when he freaked out, remember the retard scaling? Everyone sat there. It was a joke. Everyone knew it.
Great
For
stage.
some odd reason, he took it to heart to the point that he screamed at you, Matt, for no reason, in my opinion.
Yes.
Said, you gotta do your job right. I'm an owner of 13 different Discords, and I'm a fucking.
Why is he country?
I can't do an Australian accent.
I'm Oz, my.
Yeah, you're talking a little too fast for him too.
Yeah, you gotta slow a little bit.
Yeah. So you fucking asshole, mate.
There you go.
You shut the fuck.
I know. I am in 14 Discord servers, and
I'm a mod. And you shouldn't talk about people like that, Matt. You one-legged rude man.
Yeah.
Dude, you know the funny part? Remember, he actually ran for defense for me. He ran defense for me for no reason. And I literally had to go in and go, like, dude, I literally did not take offense to it. You don't have to defend me.
Yeah, it was literally like a score from the top of my head. Like, just to explain context, we were doing the tard score where it was like, how big of a tard are you in the Discord server? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, Creed, he's like a 9.3. Nietzsche's like a 5.6. Grace is like a 2.3. Fucking, who else? Lizard's like a 2.4.
Like, that was the highest one.
8.7.
Yeah.
That's the biggest retard of them all.
Slug is an 11. Oz is like a 9. Well, I gave Oz what, a 9, 8.6 at first.
9.4.
Yeah, it was 8 points. It was 8.6, and then it went up to 9.6 when he started spurging out more. And someone changed his name to Oztistic, and I started losing my shit in the chat. I was losing my shit.
Yeah, so it like turned into a whole clusterfuck. It seems like this pattern I'm finding is every time I try to do a fun little bit, just like add for jokes and make people laugh, it turns into a fucking turns into a serious matter.
Well, maybe you're just not a comedian.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe people take me too seriously.
Hey, no, Matt, you are funny. Is what you've been through. It's very funny. He's missing a leg. That's fucking hilarious. He's missing a leg.
Yeah, it's fun to laugh at him, not with him.
Yeah,
and it's so funny.
Yeah.
So, Creed, by your logic, if I go up to Dave Chappelle and I lob his leg off, he's now more funny.
Oh, I would laugh my ass off. I would be fucking dying right there. Watch him hobble around.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So all that's just happened. Creed, did you want anything else you want to say to end this off?
People, it's the internet. Like, you don't have to take it seriously. Fucking, literally, these people. You're never gonna meet these people in real life. You have bigger shit to worry about.
Yeah. Toxic. Am I missing anything about the situation?
No, like you said, like he saved the show. It was just like an ordinary show, and then he gave us like a highlight of the year. It was really good.
Yeah, I think you should take a compliment that we went back to the well so quickly, Creed, and we brought you back up again the next day.
Hey, the fact that I got three videos from me, that's more bang for Tommy. That's more entertaining for Tommy, and Tommy gets more. More people watch it, and more people give him money.
You know what you should do, Creed?
I want a cut of it. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's also, it's also a little. I mean, I'm assuming, right? But it's also a little thing for you. You're part of the community, and when you get those 3 videos or you do something good for the show, it feels good because you're contributing to the lore of Shot from the Point.
Yeah, called a retard.
Yeah, you could become the next Smaggle. You could become the next Smaggle, Creed, or the next Slug.
That's what I'm gonna say, Creed. You need to be this. You need to be this character who just comes in with all these hot takes. That's just the complete opposite of Tommy.
Anytime you disagree with Tommy, organically, come in, dude. I'm telling you.
All right, then I got to go find the book of leftism and just read upon that.
No, don't play a character. Just be organic. Anytime you genuinely disagree with Tommy, let me know and we'll pull you in.
I'm gonna try my best, dude. I'm gonna try because that was off the cuff for me, and that's gonna be a while.
Yeah, just be like,
I'll make sure.
I'll make retard.
Yeah,
this man's a retard. Get me in. I just bust through the door.
Boom.
Yeah. Beavers, anything else to say about this?
I had a question for Creed.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
What was your score on the autism test again?
7.
47. He's lying.
It was 7. No, I have it, folks. If you want to see it, DM me and I have it.
He's lying.
The autism test
I
is
have
the ones that everyone took. That like if you got past like a 25, you had autism or something.
No, you're a little bit autistic, and then when you have a 30, you're like slightly more autistic, and when you hit a 47 or 50, you're really on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? There's someone that I've been talking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got her to take that autism test.
Mm-hmm.
And she got like a 34.
Oh no!
Wow, Beavers, you're preying on the mentally damaged.
No, and then I made her take a whole lot more like psychology tests from the same site, and I'm just gonna say it ain't
You're an evil person. You honestly are evil, dude.
Yeah. Well,
but
Creed,
anyway,
I wanna...
No.
Go.
What I was gonna say is, even if Creed doesn't have another moment in the sun, he's at least the only autist that has ever beaten the autism test.
I'll take that shit to my grave. That will be... No, it's not a claim. It's not a claim. You can nail that to my coffin and on my tombstone. I beat the autism test.
Okay. Yeah. And one thing I want to play, this is a clip from the episode.
Do you understand what I just said, retard?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I like Matt's like breath in there. Matt just like...
Creed's got like
PTSD.
I laughed at it. He's like, yes, dude. I sound so retarded, dude. I fucking love it.
So to sum everything up, people that are going to be in the Discord, they're listening. If you got issues with Tommy, just come on the show, give us some content, have some fun.
Stop
enjoy
being
yourself.
a pussy.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't let it like get to you and like go into voice chats and bitch about it. Come on the show, come on the post show, make it fun, have fun,
make it entertaining.
Yeah, and also don't DM him. Don't DM him, right? Unless it's like something really fucking serious, right? If you've just got like a personal issue or like a dumb issue with somebody in the Discord or something, I wouldn't say call into the show, but you can when we do the post shows. Come into those and let's see. Let's at least have a little bit of fun with it. And if Tommy agrees with you, then you're vindicated in front of everybody. So do that.
Can I talk about the DMs? Like for the DMs, I honestly did feel like I really pissed him off, and I thought like, oh my god, this guy literally was talking about like how he almost had like cancer. The one time I'm like, oh my god, I just pissed off a person that literally just got out of the hospital. I'm such a douchebag. I honestly thought that.
No, well, you didn't, because it's all an act. Creed, thanks so much for joining us, man. Thanks so much for coming on Sharp from the Point. And keep coming on, man. I hope you stick around the paid server. I hope you have a fun time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Again.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Fuck you.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So, just to let you know, that was the first part of our day with this Discord drama, and a filled up day of Discord drama. And the next part, we're going to bring in our friend Core Master, our very known mod. Has been on Shop from Point Team longer than me and Toxic combined. Core Master, are you there?
What a dick.
First time caller, long time listener.
A long time, of a week and a half.
Yeah.
What's up? How can I help you?
Before, what did you think of all this? Because you were listening. What did you think of the whole Creed stuff?
Hilarious. Greatest like Tommy C moments of 2022 so far. Definitely giving them all to Comrade.
Yeah.
For the end of the year wrap up. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Creed made the end of the year vid. It was a great call. I'm very impressed by Creed.
He's done better than Brick. Brick has not impressed me on the show.
No, he hasn't. He has not, dude. Yeah, Creed is better than Brick. I've said it. Creed is better than Brick. He's more entertaining. All of you Brick fans out there who are always in the voice chats with him are like, oh, yeah, Brick, he's so funny. Brick, oh, I love listening to Brick. No, he's a schizoid who won't shut the fuck up. Creed, at least, is dumb enough to call in and have fun. Y'all should call in.
Why are you
say
targeting
that,
me?
Matt? Like, you say that, okay? But I seem to recall... No, Tommy, this guy's really great. You got to get him another shot.
I concede.
Gold.
I take the L. I concede on that. I concede on all bounds that I was wrong about Brick. Like he's funny at times, man. He has moments where I literally laugh out loud. He's so funny. But it's like literally like a spark inside, and then it's just like a blender of nothing for like hours upon hours upon hours. But
yeah, it's got to recharge.
But there's another guy in this situation. His name is Rev. And before I talk about this scenario, I want to bring up something else because this has already been brought up. The autistic test. Rev took it, and he scored under the autism score, and he was bragging about it. And I was like, well, wait a second. I got it here, and it says you scored really high. You sent me the screenshot, and it's really, really high. So I took the tipster screenshot, which was like a 46. Tipster scored a 40. And I'd been doing this. I think I did this to quite a few people. I did it to Rev. And I was like, no, this is what you sent me. 46. He got a 46, bro. That's what you sent me in the DMs. And he took it seriously. And he got mad about it. After Rev has this tendency to debate people, right? He's debated a couple people, and he'll lose the debate, and then he'll say he was trolling. He was trolling all along, right? He'll lose it and be like, oh no, I got you guys. I was trolling. I was trolling in our debate about how opioids ruin the country. I got you. But yeah,
you're also referencing the guy who said he doesn't need evidence to win an argument.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that we brought up another conversation. I don't want to go into full detail here, but he was saying, I was like, well, he was talking about something, and I was like, do you have any evidence for this? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, you need evidence. And he was like, that's a straw man. I was like, what? How is that a straw man?
It doesn't matter if I have evidence or not. The fact of the matter is, and I forget what he said because I kind of blanked out.
Yeah.
After hearing, I don't need evidence to prove my arguments ever.
Yeah,
that's really beyond ridiculous.
Anyways, I was not here for this. Toxic, were you here for this? The Rev core drama?
No, I was not.
Beavers, you were not there either?
No, I'm still playing with my beads.
You're so autistic.
Wait, is it the rosary beads from
Jessix?
Jessix, yeah.
No, they're like these little cool magnetic beads, and I'm making them into a little snake on my desk.
Oh my god. So I was not there. No one else was there. You go into a voice chat. Rev's there. What happens, Corey?
So I guess they were on the subject, and I don't know how explicit. Am I allowed to say the word, or do I have to say the
say
safe,
whatever you want?
The safe version of it.
All the way, baby.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So they were talking about like sexual assault and of course pedophile allegations yet again. And all I do is all I hear when I first joined, I would beat that motherfucker's ass if I knew my son was getting fucked by a 34-year-old woman. I'd beat her monkey ass. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, that's all I hear, and I'm like thinking, wait a minute, what's going on? And again, I'm paraphrasing here, so maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was beat your ass, 34-year-old woman, and son was definitely in that sentence. The rest of it, I don't know. But that was Kitten who was saying that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna say it because when I was in high school, no offense, but you high-fived guys like that. You had like a guy fest, and they were everybody in the voice chat. Like their jaws just dropped for a second. They're like, oh my god, how could you say that? And I'm like, what? How old is this person? 16, and I'm like, okay. And this happens like every day. Like adults end up with people who technically are above the age of consent because, certain states, the 16, other states, around about 18. So it doesn't surprise me. And I even use the example of some movie we watched recently in the Discord, Detroit Rock City, where at the end of the movie, this kid who is like 16 ends up with Gene Simmons' girlfriend who's like in her 30s. Anyways, getting to the point of Rev brings up, well, so that means you think all of it's acceptable then? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And so he starts talking about, I guess his experience and that he had a babysitter when he was 12 years old. And I said, whoa, 12 years old, that's totally different. That's not 16. That's not almost 18. That's 12, dude.
Yeah.
That's totally. And he's like, well, she was trying to get me drunk and high and feed me drugs and fuck me for many months. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you going on about right now? Yeah, well, no one's listening to me. I can't stand it anymore. You just dismissed me, and I'm just gonna leave the server. And I'm like, okay, Rev, whatever you say. And he left. I mean,
left both servers, yeah.
Both servers, and it was a nothing burger,
So you came in and you made a little joke about high fives and shit, and he took it incredibly seriously, right? In a voice chat. Here's the thing: I don't get why all this fucking bullshit keeps following these voice chats. Like, everyone is tired of talking about this shit, and yet all these people are like in voice chats, like talking about it. It's like, come on, man. Like, come on, let's stop. Let's stop talking about this stuff. Let's just have fun. This is bullshit, Let's talk about random things. Why does everything got to be so serious all the time? Some guy makes a joke, you get offended, you fucking leave the server, fine, whatever. But I don't know, dude. That guy takes stuff way too seriously for a guy who says he's trolling all the time.
For a guy who literally he always says, I don't care about anything that happens on the internet. It means nothing. He kind of
yeah, he spurred out.
And to be very clear, and just a heads up, like for the audience listening to this, I don't think all 16-year-olds do it, and I don't, if they're being forced to do it, it's a different conversation. Like, they're literally like tied to a fucking chair. That's a totally different thing. But if it just happens naturally, what are you gonna say? You know what I mean? And they turn 18. Whoops, it changed. Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's like there was just different context back then when we were kids, where it was just like it was like, yeah, you're right. They were seen as like high fives all around, like everybody's like high five.
There isn't different context though. That's the thing. Like human nature is not going to change. It's just the people online.
Yeah.
It's just the way that they think. And I don't know if it's because some of the people that have these opinions in the Discord have left school and they are now adults, right? So you can't really relate to what kids are doing nowadays. But guaranteed, dude. I mean, 12's a little bit young, right? I will say that.
A lot.
It's a lot young.
Yeah.
But if I was like 14, right? And I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for other people.
Okay.
Right? If I was 14 and my hot babysitter was giving me alcohol and letting me bang her, I would go and tell my friends and they would have high-fived me.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Is it wrong for the adult to do that? Yeah, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah, it's wrong.
100%.
And to be clear, yes, I think it's wrong to be clear, audience.
Yeah. 100%. We think that the adult is in the wrong and probably should be, arrested because that's illegal. But what we're saying is, like, if you want to make a joke in a voice chat and be like, "Yo, when I was that age, we gave each other high fives, because we were teenage boys and we got around,
Yeah, it's like, sure, you can look back on things that it's kind of like this, right? I can look back on things that happened to me in the past or things that I've done in the past and be like, wow, that was fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But in the moment, when you like, that's the point of a joke like that. It's in the moment when that happened to you, you're throwing your mind back. It doesn't mean that you agree with it now that you're an adult. It just means that, yeah, if I was that age, I would have done that. And like, that's just perspective. That's understanding.
Yeah, and I think it's what's the saying? Cooler heads will prevail, I think, or something like that. Like, I think if what?
That's a fucking fake saying.
It's like cool heads will.
No, I know the saying. It's cooler heads will prevail.
Yeah.
Right? But the difference is, I think that's more like in a one-on-one conversation type of thing. When you get a bunch of idiots in a group together, they just fucking boil. There's no cooling that down.
Well, I'm just saying if you're a guy and you say you're a troll and you say like, oh yeah, I don't take the internet seriously. and then you flip out and you leave a server because some guy pissed you off because of a joke. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, this guy literally he came back to the server after I made the autism test joke. Like, that was his first time back again, and he just lost it again. So I like Rev. I think he's an all right guy. He's never really been an asshole to me or done anything wrong. He just the way he debates is really annoying. The way he says I'm just trolling is really annoying. And I think he just needs to, chill out and understand that Core wasn't talking to him personally about a personal issue. He was just making a joke, and he took it seriously. And I think you can't get lost. You got to remember that you're sitting on a computer in a Discord chat. You're not fucking you're not at an AA meeting. You're not at some therapy session. You're not you got to realize what the context you are in. So at any point, even if you're talking about something very serious, someone can crack a joke because it's in a Discord voice chat.
That I want to touch on that, right? Let's expand on that subject.
Okay.
Where there's this idea that's been floating around that if I tell a joke, I have to take everybody's individual experience into account when I tell that joke, right? If I tell a joke about pedophilia, for example, and you are offended because you had something horrible and horrendous happen to you when you were younger, don't lose your shit in the fucking VC, right? The person telling the joke had no intention of eliciting that sort of response from you. So I think it's really unfair, and this has happened to me a lot, that's why I bring it up. It's really unfair of you to then try and make that person feel like shit and make them feel like the bad person in the situation, when all they did was tell a joke. Like, jokes about anything can offend someone. If you are offended, go and talk to that person privately. Don't get all up in your own arse about it and make a big deal. Like, I'm sure most reasonable people, if you go and tell them that, please don't joke about this when you're around me, they'll either avoid you or not tell those jokes in your presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a completely reasonable thing to... What's the word I'm looking for? A completely reasonable thing to...
comprehend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to change just because you had something happen to you. I will respect what happened and not make those jokes around you, but I'm not going to change who I am and the things I joke about just because it happened to you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you got, Core, anything else to end with the Rev stuff?
At the end of the day, if you're a fan, stick around for Tommy and his content, not for the people in voice chats. I mean, it's, if you don't agree with somebody, that's fine. We can disagree about that, but I'm not here to listen to your stories about sexual assault and all that. That's kind of weird. And I was about to dip out when he started bringing that up because I was like, no, this is getting weird. I gotta go. Like, because it's just Discord isn't your therapy session. These people aren't your therapists. Go seek professional help if you feel like you're emotionally disturbed, and if you feel like that doesn't work for you, Discord's not going to be the solution either. I promise you that.
Well, the thing is, right? Like, I 100% agree with you, Cole, because when you got into that Discord call, right? Because you don't really spend a lot of time in the Discord for the most part. You hop in and whatever. But when you hopped into that Discord call, you went there with the intention of just having a good time and having a bit of a laugh with people.
Yep.
That's what you come here for. You don't come here to listen to people's problems. It would be like going to a funeral and complaining about your own issues at the funeral. It's not the time or the place.
Like, how would you like it if I went into a voice chat every night and I talked about how I lost my leg in a serious manner, like in the hospital bed, how sad I was, how hooked on morphine I was, how surreal it was. Like, every fucking night I'm talking about that. What if Toxic kept talking about his missing eye? It's just fucking like, it's like, I don't want to I want to joke around. I want to have fun with you guys. I I get sometimes, a serious topic comes up, you'll have a little serious conversation, but let's not overwhelm the voice chat. And if someone like wants to crack a joke, let them crack a joke. That's my feeling. Like there's a difference between being bad faith, harassing someone, being horrible to someone, and just making like an innocent joke, and you gotta realize the difference in that situation. And that brings me to someone who was brought up earlier in our podcast, Oz, Mr. Australian, very known within the server, been around for quite some time, longer than all of us, right? But
No.
well, maybe not as long as you, Beavers, but me,
Thank
Toxic,
you.
and Core longer, I think.
Mm.
I matter.
Yeah, you've known Oz for a while. Me and Beavers, we did an interview with Oz earlier on in the paid server a few months ago. I enjoy Oz. I like it when he's sober. I think he's a very nice man. He's very polite. He's very helpful. He's very calm. He's fun to talk to, right?
I
And he's
like it
fun
when
to
he's
like.
drunk.
But when he's drunk, there comes a lot of issues, a lot of baggage. He seems to not take. He starts taking jokes seriously. He starts like
Sounds,
jumping to conclusions.
It sounds like Matt is reading like the script to a popular pop song, like some woman would sing.
Yeah,
He's so great when he's sober.
but when he drinks the alcohol, he turns into a monster. But no, seriously, like he drinks, he becomes a totally different person, and he becomes very rude. And he does like he goes after people. He says mean things, and he doesn't really think of anyone's feelings. Blah blah blah. But so there was an issue with him yesterday in the server. So we had, the Tommy C Creed stuff. Then we had Rev and Core, and then all throughout the day while this is happening, Oz is having issues. And basically, what was happening is there's Oz, and then there's a very new person to the server, another Australian woman named Liana, who is kind of has created like her own little persona within the server. She's very trolly. She likes to troll. She likes to make jokes like, "Oh, I'm leaving the server," and she puts in copy pastas, and she says she has a crush on Brick, and like all this weird dumb shit, like, and she I respect her dedication to the bit. She's very dedicated to this bit, and I respect that. But she can also be kind of weird as well, like DMing people. She called me. She like I don't know. It was just like she's all over the place, and no one can pinpoint what she actually is. Is she like 90% troll, 10% real? Is she 40% troll, 60% real? Is she
Wait,
50-50? Like, what's
you
up?
think it's a bit?
Which part?
You think it's a bit. I think she says it's a bit because that's just a coping mechanism, and this is who she is for. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
A psychologist.
Yeah. But
Allegedly.
anyways, so these two the Goliath of our server, Oz, picked a fight with the David of our server, Liana.
He does look like a David.
Okay.
Shut up.
And it was a huge fight that had been going for a few days, back and forth, a lot of jabs with both sides. And I guess Oz made it personal, and Liana didn't like that. And the problem was Liana was talking about how her issues with Oz, but I don't know when to take her seriously or not, because I don't know if she's still doing the bit or if she's not, because she'll talk about it and then she'll be like, "Oh, I'm leaving the sub. Here's the copy pasta." It is like within the same sentence. So I don't know if she's trolling or not, and it gets kind of frustrating because I have to play like this game of like, is she actually mad or is she doing a bit? And it's a ridiculous game, and I hate doing it, but it all came to like a crash yesterday when um Oz and her were going off at each other. I finally decided, like, look, I told her, I was like, look, just block and mute him and let it be done. That's advice I've given to a lot of people in the server who have issues with people. Block, mute, and just let it go. Just back away. And if they keep fucking adding you, and they keep fucking going after you, we'll step in and we'll try to figure something out. But I guess he did kind of add her a few times. I don't know. But basically, he went on. He got a little drunk, started going off on people.
A little bit.
Wrote me something, which I took as a joke. It was a little copy pasta, and it kind of turned into a bit of a meme. And give me a second. I want to try and find that copy pasta real quick. So if y'all want to
There was
bring
quite
up
a few of them last night, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
Good luck.
Yeah, there was one specific one that I gotta find. So,
Well, update on my slinky snake.
Shut up, faggot.
I'm really having fun.
yeah, totally.
You're so autistic.
Well, why are you making a snake?
I'm
Dude,
cutting
it's
this
these
anyway.
little like magnetic beads, right? And like if you hold one in your hand and you line up the rest of them like a little snake, you can make it like slink across your desk.
You're so retarded.
Okay, I got the copy pasta. This is what Oz said to me. He said, "Listen, buddy, I never said I was whole. I'm a piece of shit, I know. I don't need you spotlighting me. What do you want from me? If I donate a leg, maybe Matt will love me. It's not going to be my leg,
Maybe.
though." So
Oh.
that started a copy pasta, which started a huge which started to go around. And there's one particular person that made this copy pasta that Oz didn't like, a guy by the name of Lizard, not Lizard from like the John Swan drama, a different Lizard within our
That's
server.
what he thought.
And Lizard was having issues with Oz before, back, that goes back into like shot from the point history, which that involves like Katie and Dr. Zhivago and all this shit, and it blew up, and then Oz was like kicked out of the server for a year, and now he's back, and everything was kind of squared away. There was a truce. People they talked it out, and they haven't really messed with each other since. But every now and then, Oz will get annoyed at Lizard. And yeah, he started this copy pasta. Well, he said the copy pasta, and Oz kind of just took umbrage with it, got kind of angry, and they started going back and forth and back and forth, and they started getting mad at each other. Well, not even Lizard was kind of trolling; he was having fun. Oz was probably getting a little more mad, but I think he was also kind of having fun at first as well. I think he was drunk and he wanted to yell at somebody. If I would have to see it from his point of view, he was drunk. He wanted to yell at somebody, and then he just, he got his wish, because I asked the two if they wanted to come into to do a Tard Court. Tard Court is something we do in the free server. If someone has an issue with someone and is in the public, I'll ask them if they want to come on a stage and just duke it out, and they can scream at each other. They can debate whatever topic they want to debate. And at the end, I'll be like, who won? And someone will choose a winner, and then we move on. And yeah, Oz and well, but before we talk about the Tard Court, I do want to say something specifically. One of the funnier things that happened was Oz was talking to Lizard, right? And he was adding Lizard in the server, but he was adding the wrong Lizard.
Yeah.
There was a different Lizard who just happens to be the minor female who was a part of the John Swan drama. So he was adding this Lizard and being like, "You fucking bitch, fuck you, Lizard," stuff like that. So he was
How minor are we talking here?
15.
Shut up, you fucking idiot. Anyway, the funniest part was when she came back and she was like, who are you, you retard?
Yeah, exactly. So it all comes to like a collision in the stage. They fucking get in the stage, and it was a fun stage, man. They're really going at it with each other. Lizard's pretty well versed. He's good with research, so he's pretty. I don't understand why he doesn't want to be recorded, because he's pretty funny. I think it's just some paranoia thing. I don't know, but he did pretty good against Oz. Oz didn't really have anything to go off of, and he just kept repeating himself, saying, "Oh, you're going for the alcoholism, mate? That's all you got? That's all you got?" Well, Oz, yes, it is all he's got, because that's the main issue here. You know what I mean? It's like the alcoholism is the hard issue. So Lizard and Oz went back and forth, and basically we did a straw poll, and Lizard was declared the winner.
Whenever you asked Oz, did he vote for himself? That was me.
Okay, because Oz only had like 3 votes.
Yeah, I was one of those.
It was like 3-13. Was the final tally.
Damn it.
And yeah, Oz lost, and he left. He left the Tard Court, and we kept going because some people wanted to talk about Oz, and it started out as a fun Tard Court, and then it turns into something serious, and people were coming in expressing their issues with Oz, their criticisms with Oz, how he can be very mean, egregious, and very just downright hateful sometimes, especially when he's drunk. And people were bringing that up. And there was a couple people that came in. And Liana came in. Liana, told her point of view. And at that point, I think Oz was in the audience. He came back, and Liana was talking about it. And she took issues with the stuff he said to her. And I will say, I saw some of the screenshots. There was a lot of back and forth, but near the end there, Oz definitely went a little overboard. And yeah, I don't doubt that Liana was pissed off, but I was also aware under the impression that she was she was just kind of doing a troll thing. So I don't know if she's like going at him for the bit, or if she's going at him because she's actually has issues with him. But I think I got my answer. And so Oz comes back on. He comes back onto the stage, and he starts talking. And at first he seems kind of
Remorseful?
like, yeah, remorseful, like very like, oh, I heard what she said, and I just I'm a bit disappointed. And I remember asking him, in yourself or in Liana? And he's like, well, a little bit of both, but I heard her testimony. I think did he call it a testimony?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I heard her testimony. I don't know. I just and then like I say, well, Oz, just stop adding her, man, and let's just be done with it. And then he goes, no, no, no. What do you mean? He turns on a dime. It's like for a moment we got the remorseful, sorrowful Oz who realized he'd done bad and wants to express his apologies. And then the moment I say just stop adding her, he goes right back into the angry alcoholic Oz who wants to like.
It's like that one uncle we all have and that one aunt.
Yeah, and it becomes scorched earth, and he starts going off again and yelling and screaming about, why should I have to do this? Why should I have to do that? And then fucking, Liana's not on the stage anymore. She's in the audience, or she's out, and Lizard's still there, so he's going back and forth. And then I'm like, all right, no, chill. And he tells me to shut the fuck up. So then I just all right, we have a rule with Oz. We have the alcoholic rule with Oz. If he goes too far, he can be banned from up to 24 hours to a week because it's just a little bit much. Obviously, this is the free server. A lot can go down on the free server, but eventually, like you hit your breaking point. So I was just like, you know what? This dude's been an asshole to Liana. This dude's like being a dick. I think it's time to just like give him a break. Maybe he can because he's been doing better, right? Would you guys agree that past
for the last month he's been okay, but then like the last week he's kind of like fallen off.
Yeah, like someone.
Yeah, but obviously he's gonna have like backslides and shit like that. But
we found one.
He's been generally a lot better.
Yeah, Beavers, didn't you make the point that it used to be this used to be a situation every night, and then it turned into like once every other week or something like that, right?
Yeah. It used to be literally Oz used to get 24-hour bans almost constantly because he'd come back, he'd be good for like a day, and then he'd fuck up again, and you guys would have to throw him out.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's
been here for a good while. He's been here for a good while this time.
Right. So at some point, the levee's going to break, and it's time to just like either A, give him a week off and just let him chill the fuck out, or B, ban him because it's enough is enough. He's annoying Tommy. He's annoying, the people in the server. He's being an asshole to people. He's saying horrible things. And I get he's saying, oh, they're just jokes, mate. They're just jokes. But like, the difference between the Rev situation with Core and this is one joke. Core wasn't like, ah, ha, 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 joke, ha, ha, you fucking asshole, joke, adding Rev over and over. Oz will kind of just take it and kind of run with it. And at some point, you just kind of got to calm down. Cooler heads will prevail. And, step back from everything. Because I can't defend you, Oz. I just can't. Like, I root for Oz sometimes. I want him to be, because like he's been so helpful to everybody. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like when he's doing this stuff, I can't be in his corner just like ignoring this shit, man. Like at some point, like I become the blame because I'm ignoring everything. But I'm not ignoring it. I'm just, he does these things where he's good for a couple weeks and then he'll blow up. So at some point it's like, where do we go from here? So well, I'll ask you guys, Beavers, do you think Oz should be banned?
No.
Core?
No, I do not.
No, not at this time. No.
Yeah. Toxic?
No, I think he's on like extremely thin ice though, and I think this is like his like last chance, I
Yeah.
would say. But it has to
Yeah.
be something crazy.
Yeah.
Defense of Oz, though.
What?
What?
I want to make a defense of Oz.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
let me make
Alright,
this
go
one
ahead.
point. Let me make one point before you make the defense of Oz. I like in the Tard court, I said raise your hand because there's a wave option to raise your hand. I said raise your hand if you want Oz banned. Nobody raised their hand. The only person who had their hand raised was Brick, and he always has his hand raised. So I just want to make that point as well. So people enjoy Oz. I think they realize that this shit just comes with it. Okay, go ahead, viewers.
Okay, hold on. All right. Don't even say anything, Toxic. I saw you on mute.
Did you just phone?
I yawned. All right. I have a very feminine yawn. You want to say something, buddy?
Go on, sir. Ma'am.
Yeah. Hey. Anyway, so my defense of Oz for this situation, right, in particular, is, how do I say this? Okay, so the problem with Liana, right, and the Oz thing, is Liana's playing a character in the Discord. She clearly is. If she's not, this is going to sound very offensive. But she's clearly playing a character in the Discord. Yeah. And the problem comes in is part of her character is she gets offended at whether it be a real insult or a perceived slight that she just decides is one. And then she says, I'm leaving. I can't believe you guys have done this. Blah, 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 blah. And then she leaves. And then copy pasta ensues. The defense I would make for Oz is that he's obviously seen this, like we all have, and he knows what Liana does. And he was just making jokes with her. Like, he was just joking around. And, she does her little, I'm going to leave, blah, blah, blah thing. And it does. It becomes very hard to discern when somebody is genuinely upset at you or not. Like, I've had that problem before with people where they can't tell whether I'm upset with them or not because I've trolled like Leon is trolled.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I would say is another alternative, what I think might have happened is, she plays this role and Oz is obviously making jokes at her expense and then she plays along with it. And then I don't know what the joke was that he made that set her off, right?
I know what it was.
Okay, but whatever it was, she was okay with the jokes until it struck a nerve.
Right.
And once it struck a nerve, the power dynamic has shifted in that relationship. Not relationship, but that relationship between you two.
Yeah.
Where now Oz is the one that's trolling you. You aren't trolling Oz. Oz is trolling you.
Yeah.
And I think he just stuck to that and he pushed it. And yeah, if somebody genuinely comes to you and they say, okay, stop or whatever, yeah, is he wrong for continuing after that point? Yes, but I do understand how he got to that point.
Yeah.
Like, Oz is not a horrible human being.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
Here's the thing. He got timed out for a week and he didn't like it. He sent some, I made it so he can't DM me. Core doesn't have DMs with him. But he had DMs with Toxic and he made it known he had a lot of issues with it. So he said a lot of things. I'm not going to say them because, I as someone who's like been around alcoholics my whole life, like I understand that the drunk version of someone is not who they really are.
Yeah.
It's not who they actually are. the person that's not the sober person is who they actually are, and what they actually have to have as value as a human being. The drunk person is just, a horrible version of them. And I think it
Yeah,
should
their
be,
emotions are all fucked and their head's like cloudy and like
yeah. So like you can say I have a bias, but I really would like Oz to get help and figure shit out, man. Smart guy, got a lot going for him, very helpful, very
Yeah.
nice. I want him to get through this, man. And I just don't want him to get teamed up on or get baited or anything like that. But, like I said, he's on thin ice, and he's pretty much done if he does anything else stupid. We tried, he came back, we tried to give him a chance, and it's starting not to work out. And it sucks, but at some point you just get tired of dealing with this shit. I had to deal with him in a voice chat once because somebody made it so that he couldn't get into one of the voice chats because he was giving people issues, and I had to listen to him screaming at me. And then Creed talked about earlier the little the score, like the little 10, like I gave him like a 9.3 or something, and he lost his shit at that. And it didn't make any sense. He was fine on the stage. He was fine in there. But the moment we get in a voice chat, now he's angry. Now he's mad. He takes any joke so serious. And I just can't deal with that shit. And it's just at some point, it's like, all right, dude, enough's enough, man. But here's my issue. Here's my main gripe with Liana. All right. This is an issue that I don't know who Liana is. I don't know if all of it is a bit. I don't know what she's up to. I don't know if she's up to anything or if she's trying to pull some shit. But I can tell you this, like, she was responsible for getting someone else banned in the server. Rightfully so. The person was like talking shit about Tommy in the server and stuff like that. So they got banned. But she was responsible for it. All right. Then she comes into a voice chat. I'm just sitting in the voice chat, like just getting ready to go to bed, just bullshitting around. And she said, I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know what she exactly said, but she says, she makes a joke. Now, this is a joke. I want to clarify this is a joke. But she says, well, I've already gotten 2 people banned. Who's next? Or something like that. And at that point, I was like, okay, really?
Fuck.
Really? I just want to know how serious you are in this situation. Are you actually do you actually have issues with this guy? Are you trying to bait him? Because Oz is the easiest guy to bait in this server. You can easily bait him. You can start a fight with him over anything, and he will eventually lose his fucking mind, and it will lead to him getting timed out. So at some point, you're just like, is this guy are you baiting this guy? Like, what's going on? And I don't want to put my foot down for Oz. Like, I'm not standing there defending Oz, but I want to make sure we don't start like this thing where people are going around getting who they want banned. Like, that's why this server Core can back me up. That's why this server went behind a paywall to begin with. Like, there's a lot of issues with cry bullies and stuff like that. And we want to make it clear that, we want to give people a chance. Like, everyone's got a clean slate now. We want to give them a chance, but if they keep doing it, yeah, they're eventually going to get banned. But in the free server, shit goes on. So mute and block the person. I want to say one more last thing.
Go ahead.
But you guys, no, I want to say one last thing after you guys.
I was just gonna say, if you mute and block, you literally have no interaction with them. So I don't see why you don't just do that.
Yeah.
Are we talking about cry bullies now? Was that next?
We already talked. We already talked. That was the first thing.
Beginning. Where are you?
Was that dude? These little balls.
Oh my god.
Gay.
See, the thing is with Oz, right? Is he's a very easy target for people. Okay, and people can have their issues with Oz, and they bully Oz.
Yeah,
they do. There's no question about it, right? And for example, last night when Oz lost his shit and he got banned, and this wasn't the reason he got banned, but it was the reason that a video was made. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that's public or not. Anyway,
what?
Well, the video that Tommy made, where it's like,
yeah, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so when that happened, Oz had the initial confrontation, and with Liana, and then things calmed down, and then people started atting Oz with copypasters.
Yeah,
he wasn't in the voice chat with them. He was in a voice chat with Tommy. Now, I'm not saying that him spurging out and getting like angry isn't his own fault. But what I'm saying is people can't poke the bear and make fun of people and then not expect them to get angry. You know how he is going to respond to you.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time with somebody like Oz, yeah, he tells shitty jokes, misogynistic jokes or whatever. But I, for one, have never, unless it's a long-standing gripe that he has with somebody, then it's a different story. But I have never seen Oz be the initiator. Right?
Okay.
I don't think I would go that far.
I don't know.
In the sense that Oz will start a stupid argument with you, right? Over, let's say, the autism thingy or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's generally short-lived.
Okay.
But when Oz gets his like long-term gripes, it is when he is being bullied and then he responds disproportionately. So the point that I'm making is people can't poke the bear and then complain when the bear hits you.
Okay.
And if you have a problem with him, right, like a lot of people do, it is then not productive for you to further make fun of him and further poke at the drunken guy.
Yeah.
Because you're just making the situation worse. If you had a problem with him to begin with, why would you do that? Like, I understand you have animosity towards the guy, right? And you, like, maybe you dislike him. But by doing that, you just make the situation worse.
Yeah.
And it reflects badly on you. Like, I mean, I'm not the most squeaky clean character, but I don't complain to people. But if you want to be that person that complains to people and gets offended when jokes are made and stuff like that, your character goes a long way. And when you are seen like getting involved with these sort of things, it really doesn't reflect well on you. And I'm sure that if I notice these things, the mods notice these things. Tommy notices these things. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, is essentially the point I'm making.
Right. Corey, did you have anything to say about the situation?
What, crime bullying?
Or Oz and things like that?
Just drunk Oz bad, sober Oz good.
Okay.
You know, and I think Beavers is right. You know, he's not genuine. You know, he helps out people in the server with computer issues or different things. He's helped Tommy with modding his Nintendo Wii. Yes.
Yeah.
And doing different things for other people. So genuinely, when you know, you could ask him for a favor, but as soon as the bottle is picked up, you know, that Oz is totally gone. And you know, there's nothing you can do about it. We're not here again, going back to kind of what we said earlier in the podcast. If you need to seek professional help, seek it.
Yeah.
And I think Oz is one of the greatest examples of that. But unfortunately, we can't do anything for you here. This is Discord. We're here to have fun and not listen to you fucking bitch and moan about some other person in Discord. Either block, mute, or ignore them. That's at the end of the day, that's all we can do. And if he's doing something over the top, it's definitely an issue we can address. But there's nothing more we could have done in that situation. We're trying to not as paying customers, we respect that you're here, but at the same time, you know what Tommy's audience is like. So like shit talking, you know, is probably a mandatory must. You should be able to shit talk and be okay with it. But there is such a thing as over the top, and I think when Oz is drunk, he hits that threshold. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Oz wasn't a good guy, he wouldn't go like nearly out of his way to help people. Because I was like, I'll randomly just be in VC. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know what I'm doing. And then he'll just be there and be like, what's going on? Like, what can I do to help? And it's like, okay. I'm like,
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone said what they need to say. I want to end it off right here for this. I want to say one quick thing. Anyone that's listening to the podcast who thinks he might have been mentioned, or to the people that were mentioned, Oz, Liana, Rev, if you guys want to tell your side of this story, we welcome you on this podcast to tell your side.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who wants to come on and talk about it, come on, let's deal with this shit. Let's get it over with. Like, because I don't want this to turn into something where you guys go into voice chats and you get passive aggressive and you take your little jabs and stuff like that. I'm kind of tired of that. I like to do things out in the open. You know, it's why, you know, when I'm on a stage, I'm like, yo, if you guys got any issues, come on and tell, you know, make your voice heard. Like, I get that you're afraid that we're going to clip you guys and we're going to make fun of you and blah, blah, blah. But listen, we just, I want to hear your side of the story, but I don't want to do it in like a freaking voice chat where there's like 10 people and all this bullshit. Like, tell your side on this podcast, right? Come on the show, talk about it, and let's be done with it. And I'm talking to Oz as well. Oz, you want to tell your side? We will hear you out after you come back after your week. Liana, if you want to talk about it, go for it. And anyone else who thinks they were mentioned, we'll hear you out. I feel like I'm fair. You know, I try to be as fair as I can in this situation. You know, I didn't think this server would get populated again in the voice chat and all this shit again. At some point, it's just like it can be a bit overwhelming, you know, because I got, you know, Shop at the Point, Discord, blah blah blah, doing all this shit, and you know, I want to make it known that like, yeah, I will hear you out, like I'll hear your side, but I get, but you know, I want to do it publicly at least, and you know, this podcast is like not a lot of people listen to it, right? So this is a perfect platform to air out your grievances. If you don't want to do it on a stage, if you don't want to do it on Shop at the Point, then here's the best part. This is the best thing to do. And that's really all. That's all I have to say. Anyone else got anything? Any last words?
Yeah, you shouldn't have to like go from like your real life shit to have like come on Discord and then like have to be stressed out and like throw little shade shots or whatever at different people. Like you just come on here. We should all just like get in a VC, watch dumb shit, and laugh. I don't like this is dumb.
Yeah. Beavers, anything else?
Yeah. Now that the PR cost is done, come on here and fight me, you pussies. Fight me.
Yes. Fight Beavers. And I want to thank Creed and Core for joining us.
Oh yeah.
Hey, where's my last statement? I don't get one.
Oh, I thought
Go ahead,
okay,
Core.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, first off, I want to say that Tommy agrees with you, Beavers.
Bulls. I admire bulls.
Nice.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
That's statement number one. Number two, I think you all need to understand that Discord is a place to hang out, have friends, and fun chats. This isn't a place to, you know, air out your laundry or your drama. You know, if you want to do that with your friend groups. You know, there's private messaging. You could create your own server. You know, there are different ways to deal with that, but at the end of the day, you're gonna, if you're in Tommy C's server, you're probably gonna get shit talk, or you're gonna shit talk, and and you gotta be able to take it, and if you can't, then get the fuck out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
you know, it's $5. Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Toxic. Do you make any money from your channel?
Fucking wish. No.
How many views have you averaged a video?
Probably like 100.
This isn't for content. We're not doing this for views. If you want to come on and air your grievances, just do it. If you want to come on and bitch at Beavers, we can do it here. You know, it doesn't have to be live in front of people. We'll do it here. We'll record it. We'll do it for a podcast. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Like, this is the residential Shop from the Point Discord podcast. So what the fuck? If you guys got issues, bring them on. Oz, you're pissed off. I get it. Do it. Liana, you want to make it clear who you are. Go ahead. Do it. Any of the other people that they think were mentioned, you have issues. Come on. Let's go. Let's just get it over with. I want to go back to like 2 months ago where everyone was chill with each other and we were all calm and collective. Right? Let's go back to that.
And I could use the voice chats.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. All right. Do you want me to end it out? You want me to?
Yeah, because you got the usual. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for Core and Creed for joining us. You've been listening to Now Recording, the residential Shot from the Point Discord podcast. I'm Matt Pitt. I have one leg. That's Toxic Piplup. He has one eye, and
Hi.
that is Beavers. He's from South Africa, and
He started monkeypox.
He's very weird, and he might be a sociopath. We don't know yet. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay.
No.